Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Yes, on Wike, the FCT minister has come under intense fire over the statement he made yesterday during his monthly media chat in Abuja. Don't forget that he talked about so many issues, but topmost in the list was when he talked about Peter Obi returning to the People Democratic Party. He castigated Peter Obi and talked about his rascality, talked about the fact that he doesn't have character, talked about the fact that if PDP, they allow him to come in to be their presidential candidate, the party will be torn apart. He also made mention of the likes of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. He says that Goodluck should continue with his elder statesmanship job he's doing and continue keeping very cool relationship with the international community. He should not dare try to run for presidency come 2027. It didn't go well with most Nigerians, and I must say Wike has been roasted a great deal. Let me allow you hear these top journalists, what they have to tell Wike as they open up on so many issues, especially as it has to do with the local government election that was held a few hours ago in Rivers State, and also lambasted him over Peter Obi. Let's listen. I went back.
Without prejudice to the fact that Nyesom Wike, as a citizen of Nigeria, as a member of a political party, as a politician, can express his opinions. I think that he is not in a position to be presumptuous and rude on his own part, to think that he can dictate options to other players within the same polity. In other words, it does not lie in his mouth to tell Mr. Peter Obi whether or not he should return to the PDP. Even if he expresses that opinion, he cannot go as far as saying that if Peter Obi decides to return to the PDP, then he will destroy the party, because Peter Obi had said previously that the PDP is a rotten political party, on the basis of which he decided in the lead up to the 2023 elections to join the Labour Party. So, Nyesom Wike occupying a moral high ground. He does not have the credentials to occupy that moral high ground. He says Peter Obi will come and destroy the PDP. What is he himself doing in the PDP other than destroying the PDP? He talks about character. If it is the issue about character, he cannot be in the right place to talk about character. Because the major issue in terms of his own membership of the People's Democratic Party is about his character. He is in the party and he's sabotaging the same party, and he's giving a lecture on morality. So I see a contradiction here, and I see, a conflicted personality. Personalities are conflicted when, they don't understand basic issues about decorum and even basic common sense. Now, as for President Goodluck Jonathan did not leave the party. Okay, he has always been in the party. He says President Jonathan is a statesman. He should not come to the PDP. Again, President Jonathan has not spoken on this. Yeah. The people who have spoken are his cousin, Azibaola, and also, Ikechukwueze, his media assistant. And they both say, we don't need anybody's advice, whether it's Keyamo or it's Nyesom Wike. And so it's a very fluid situation. But in other words, it's up to the individuals involved to make up their own minds. So let Wike not give lectures presumptuously about choices that other people can make, when he himself does not even listen to advice from other people. So the issue about character that he has raised is about him. All right. What is the second issue? That's the one I actually wanted to comment upon. President Jonathan's eligibility. We had Monday Ubani SAN on this program this morning. We quoted Gideon Dikalu. We quoted Onikepo Braithwaite. And, after a review of all of this by Monday Ubani, the judgment of Justice Dashan of the Federal High Court of Bayelsa, of Jenagua, Bayelsa State. I think the date is actually 2022, because that ruling was given in the lead up to the 2023 general elections. However, at issue was Section 1371 and Section 1373 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. But that amendment, I'm correct, it's 2020.
Yeah, 1st of May 2022, correct.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the position of the judge is that, look, an amendment of the law by legislative action cannot have retroactive or retrospective effect. That amendment of Section 137 sub 3, having been done in 2018, cannot apply to President Jonathan.
Yeah.
Two, the fact that President Jonathan was sworn in as a vice president or even as acting president would not apply. We're not under the military dispensation of General Buhari when laws of Nigeria had retrospective effect, and I think Bartolomeo Ojulope and 4 others were executed retroactively. This is a democratic dispensation that must operate under the rule of law. However, the point by Onikepo Braithwaite and Professor Odinkalu is that, look, we run a mischievous system. The APC and other interested parties may seek to exploit this. If in 2027 or ahead of it, President Jonathan says he wants to run, but President Jonathan has not made any categorical statement. This is a case of people taking, I don't want to promote anybody, taking one medication on behalf of another person.
All right. Well, Rufai, in addition to speaking about the 2027 elections, Wike also defended the local government elections held in Rivers State over the weekend. He stated that the polls were conducted within the framework of emergency rule backed by constitutional provisions. Meanwhile, a video posted by lawyer and activist Inibehe Effiong appears to tell a different story. Well, this video shows men thumbprinting ballot papers during the Rivers LGA elections. Well, in a caption to the video, Effiong stated, "This is the sham they perpetrated in Rivers State yesterday. In the name of local government elections, we're not going to end this madness through online opinions or litigation." And you see this video here, of course, it presents a stark contrast to the minister's defense, fueling public debate and raising serious questions about, the legitimacy and transparency of the polls. This video, of course, has been trending since the weekend after the elections. Rufy on fire.
Anyway, when I heard the defense of what happened in Obiakpo and other parts in the local government elections, it was like a kindergarten trying to solve simultaneous equation. It's not possible. And it smacks of the hypocrisy of our democratic process. And like Fela says, is this democracy or demonstration of Chris? I think Nigeria has entered into the full-blown era of demonstration of Chris. It's no longer democracy we practice. See the argument they give. See, go and check. Empirical statistics say Nigeria has 27% vote at turnout, average 27% voter turnout. They claim in Obiakpo that they have 660,000 registered voters. See, and what they are claiming is that half of that 660,000 registered voters came out and they voted for the person that turned out to be the winner. In a country where there's high voter apathy, where it's over 27%, remind me of any elections in recent time where we've gotten 50% voter turnout. So they claim that 660,000 people, 382,000 or 328,000 people out of that 660,000 people came out and they voted.
So we saw the
for one person in Obiakpo, and we are seeing videos, and we saw the streets of Obiakpo very empty.
Very, very empty.
And we are now seeing this video. Like this, and you see, they make the argument and they excite themselves. And I look at people like that make the argument for them. That hope when they do it against them, they will not complain. My second point, see, the Minister Wike, I think rather than doing all of this is political talk, I have work for him to do. I hear 3rd Avenue around Gwarimpa. There's a rubbish pile.
I saw you post that. It was so sad.
He should go and clean things like that. And the other place that he a rubbish pile in Abuja, because he's not busy enough. rather than coming to play this hypocritical game he plays. The same person that is abusing Obi today.
Yes.
Please, you that are watching us, go and Google the video of Wike praising Obi that was the hero of the election. That is the one that didn't make power go to the north. That if he didn't come out, that is the hero of the election. He was praising him to high heaven.
We saw that. We took it
The same
strength.
Peter Obi, Wike that is saying Peter Obi distorted the party. Ask him, did he allow Atiku Abubakar, the candidate of his own party, campaign in Rivers State in the last election? Ask him. Didn't they bring this situation about they didn't book stadium and all of that? Ask him. Didn't he destroy his party because things didn't go his favor? Didn't Dino Melaye said he called him 19 times to solicit so that he would get vice presidential ticket running spot? When he didn't get that, he scattered his party. Ask him if he had become vice presidential candidate, will he have said all he's saying? Today that he's saying that Jonathan should be elder statesman, ask him, is it not Jonathan's wife that solicited for him when he even wanted to emerge in the first place? Is the Jonathans not his benefactor? Ask him. So you see, what people talk when it favors them. And like Dr. Abati said, you are correct, and I've always said this. Because they have the monopoly of media, because Nigerian media is organized in such a way that you can buy airtime, you can come and talk. And if you once they have the floor, they will talk, and people will not fact check them or anything. So he says a lot of things that are subject to fact checking. You see, when things does not go his way, he screams blue murder. He has the autonomy of thought because you can put a media chat on 2 or 3 stations and call journalists there to talk to you. And even half the time, you will not even allow the journalists talk. You will shout them down. You will destroy their credibility. You will say they don't know what they are saying. You want to even teach those that are coming to ask you questions and all of that. So when you look at all of these things put together, is it democracy we are practicing or demonstration of grace? I subscribe that we are in a full era of the demonstration of grace in our continent.